So we'll dive straight into it. Do you want to talk a bit about where you were at the beginning of the program?
So at the beginning, I think I was quite riddled with sort of social anxiety, general worry about sort of my position in life, getting ill. I had general low confidence, low self esteem, sort of had the belief that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't worthy. All of that was presented with sort of physical symptoms as well, and also anxious attachment.
You want to talk about how you feel now, like the results you've got since starting the program?
I would say I feel like a different version of me. Before the program, I just sort of felt like it was a never ending cycle of anxiety and stress and worry. And I just feel like I've sort of come out the other side of the tunnel and I can see the light a little bit more, if that makes sense. And in terms of confidence, I think the confidence that I've gained in just a short space of a couple of months has been has been insane. I feel like a completely sort of different person in terms of confidence. I can't even put it into words how much more confident that I feel. Um, and that goes in all aspects of my life with how I feel like I present myself in front of friends, family, even at work. Um, I'm putting myself out there more, doing things that I probably wouldn't have done before, instead of sort of overthinking what was going to happen or the outcome of it all. Yeah, and just feeling a lot more content with where I am.
And you talked about at the beginning of the program you were experiencing physical symptoms, anxiety symptoms.
Yeah.
What sort of symptoms were you experiencing?
Heart palpitations, fast heart rate, um, general feelings of unwellness, fatigue, tiredness. Um, the heart palpitations were the biggest thing, from my perspective. They were all the time, especially at night, and they'd come on out of the blue. Um, and for me, it was a case of that was actually causing me anxiety. Feeling those feelings was, something that we discovered in the program that was one of the root causes of the anxiety in the first place. So it was a big thing for me to have to sort of address that on the head and, actually do something to help me get through those symptoms.
Yeah. And how often do you experience the same symptoms now?
I don't think I've experienced a heart palpitation in weeks, if not over the last month. Um, to go from having them almost every day to going weeks or even a month without having a single one, it's sort of been such a life-changing thing for me. And even if I do experience some kind of anxiety symptom, I know that I have the tools to be able to deal with that now. um, and I think with that as well, it's really important to make sure you're checking in with your body every day, even when you're not feeling anxious, actually taking that time out of your day every single day to really check in, do the breath work, and not just, sit on it until you actually do feel that sort of anxiety and doing it then. The work is every day. And I think that's been a big takeaway for me is that, even on your good days, you still have to put the work in.
That's music to my ears. That's exactly what I want to like instill in every person I work with. But you've genuinely embodied that, and that's why you've seen the results. Like, I don't have a magic wand and go get hopes, like anxiety, get rid of it. No, it doesn't work like that.
No, and I think that's an important thing to remember as well because you can't just expect to wake up one day and not feel anxiety ever again. Anxiety is a normal part of life. Stress is a normal part of life. It's going to happen. You can predict it is going to happen. You're going to go through things in your life where they're stressful or they're anxiety inducing, and it's putting in the work now every single day so that when those times do come about, you're much more prepared to be able to deal with them and you're much more in tune with your body at that time to be able to deal with them as well.
That's it. That's it. So, where would you say your anxiety levels were at the beginning of the program, 1 to 10, and where are they now?
I would say they're probably about an 8 or a 9 on average. And right now, I'd probably say it's not even a 1.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like you are, and it shows in your energy. I've in the last month, the last 4 sessions, just the way you've come across is just totally different.
Yeah.
And just your confidence, you know what you want, like you know who you are. You're not willing to like tolerate situations that aren't like satisfactory, like your job, for example.
Yeah.
Like you're not completely, content in your job, so you're doing something about it.
Yeah. And I think again that's an important thing to remember. Um, if you want something to change, then you need to take the steps to make the change and take the action now, and not just sit on it and think of all the negative things that are happening around you, but instead throwing yourself in and trying to make change happen.
Yeah, that's it. Do you think there's anything else to mention? Do you think there's anything to highlight? Anything that you want to say in general?
Um, I would say one of the biggest takeaways for me has been sort of being able to acknowledge that you feel anxiety, and sort of allowing yourself to actually feel it, actually sit with it, and letting it pass through you rather than trying to ignore it and trying to distract yourself from it. I've spent however many years it's been thinking that the way to deal with anxiety is just to try and ignore it and shut it out and distract yourself and go out with friends when you're feeling a certain type of way just to sort of shut it out. um, Instead, it's so important to actually be able to sit with it and feel your way through it. um, that's just been a really important thing for me. Like I say, I've been running away from it, and I think you need to do the exact opposite. So that's got to have been the biggest takeaway for me.
Yeah, and you've realized that you don't need to run away. Like there is a
Mm.
choice. You can make yourself feel safe enough to feel through it as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, amazing. And would you recommend my coaching?
Yes, I would absolutely recommend. I can't thank you enough for all the help and support. And if anyone is, thinking about it and is on the fence, I would say 100% do it. Um, you're an amazing coach, and you've been like a friend to me as well, which is exactly what you want from this type of thing. It's really hard to sort of open up to anyone, but you've made the whole journey so easy for me. So yeah, I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. And I'm so glad that you felt comfortable enough to open up because you have opened up. And there's been times where you really have been vulnerable. You've really been vulnerable. And I appreciate that. And I'm glad that I could be that person to help you on your journey. And I can't wait to see where you go from here. I can't wait to see you in a new job. I can't wait to see you in a relationship, happy, making more money, like just everything. Just an amazing life. I'm looking forward to see. And that's the thing, like I'd love to do another call in the next few months just to see how you're getting on and just check in with you, have a cup of tea, casual, if you'd be up for that. It'd be
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. I'd be more than down for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Great, fantastic. Well, that's I think that's everything. I think you've covered absolutely everything. So